Here we go, we're on the road again, or technically not just the road, we're actually in the air as well. This time we decided to fly, and the darts was flying in the airport. Zach, as always, finds somewhere to play some darts, and he found this in a children's toy shop. I don't know what he was doing in a children's toy shop in the first place, but that's Zach for you. And he had a bit of fun in here. He enjoyed himself before we went and grabbed some dinner and headed over to Copenhagen first. Now, we did fly by Ryanair, which was going to charge us £20 to sit next to each other, and we refused to do that. So, I see Zach enough. I don't need to be sat next to him on the plane. I'm certainly not going to be paying 20 quid for it. We ended up a bit of time over Copenhagen and then heading across the sea via the bridge over to Malmo, which is Sweden, where the event was being played. Did mean we got there quite late, 2 a.m. in the morning, so we ended up having a bit of a brief chat and then going to sleep. Up early, nice healthy breakfast. Zach, not looking very awake and alert on this morning, but some form of breakfast. They just sweet potato here as well as the normal potato. That's their sort of substitute for hash browns over at this hotel. But one of the things you'll notice there, my breakfast quite healthy. You may notice as well, been losing a bit of weight. And one thing I haven't checked is my trousers. And look how much room's in the trousers. I look like clown trousers. So that's something I'm going to have to sort of go out and do, get some new clothes. Something you don't really consider too often when you start losing weight. You forget about the clothes issue. Walked down to the venue. We stayed 0.4 miles away. The venue is that big hotel you'll see there in the background. And here it is. I actually really like the venue. The seating area out in the corridor here. They got water where you could just go up and get water, obviously. The venue itself over to the side, 20 boards in here, 4 in another room as well. This was the match area, plenty of space, plenty of consideration, and not too much noise in there either due to the seating area being allocated out to the side. Practice boards, there was 4 practice boards out to the side there, and this is the setup. So a nice fixed hockey, no movement on that, plenty of space. This is something I like and I talk about quite regular. Also, look where the marker stands. To me, this is very, very important. As somebody who really hates standing in these cubicles, because you're standing there, you've got darts flying this way, darts flying that way, and you're stood in between it. I absolutely hate it. I'm not going to lie. On this one, 2 considerations. One, the little bit of extra space, but then that little board you see in between just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable when you've got to stand in there and do the marking. Just gives you that little bit of sort of safety, should we say? But yeah, I don't like it, and it's certainly not nice as well when the marker's got to stand so close to the board as well when you're playing. So really, really good down the consideration. If I was going to change one thing about this setup, it would purely be the backdrop. So the backdrop was white, and when the light was hitting that, when you're focusing and you're staring in, it almost gives you a bit of a reflection. If they just changed that and made that a dull colour, like a black or a dark blue, then that would be absolutely perfect. No real qualms with the setup. If you don't play well on this, it's your own fault. This doesn't have issues like we've seen on various blogs before. So let's take a look at the darts. I'm going to summarise both days in here, and I'm going to start off by saying, look how trim I'm looking there. A stone and a half down, going to lose another stone. Looking good in the new Matthew Edgar shirt, available in sizes small to 2XL, just £40. Drop me a message if you're interested in getting one of those dapper shirts. I certainly need some new trousers, don't I? Look how baggy they look. Darts, I played alright. The 2 games I lost to a 90 and a 93. I had a 92 myself, and played alright. At one point, got really tight in the arm. It was my first game on the Sunday. I started off alright, 15 darter, 17 or 18 darter next leg, and then just got really edgy, got really tight, which I suppose is a good thing. Shows you care again, which is good. Coming into the back end of the year, you want to have that bit of adrenaline pumping through the body. Disappointed with the results, not disappointed with how it happened. Sometimes you just get beat and someone hits the right things at the right times, and that's kind of what happened here. But there was 2 big stories. One I'm going to get to in a minute, but one comes in the form of Zach Thornton, who wins a game out on the WDF tour. He had to go for tops and go underneath the treble 20. I think he was switching to go for the double 10. But look at him trying to hold it in. Look at him trying to contain himself. It didn't last too long. He sort of celebrated for about 3 hours after this. He was even celebrating during his next game when he took on Mike Gillett. And he actually went 1-0 up against Mike Gillett, seeded player. So as you can imagine, Zach was buzzing. In fact, he still is buzzing, I believe, right now. He's not stopped talking about that one. So he was really happy with that. But it was dinner time, and I know a lot of people really enjoy seeing the food side of the vlogs. We found an amazing steakhouse Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely meats, different flavoured potatoes. But here we go. The moment you've been waiting for. Who hangs up first? A feature of the Edgar TV travel vlogs. A feature that many people have been saying about. Everywhere we go, someone asks, who hung up first between Zach and his girlfriend, who replicate that of a 13-year-old crush? I can reveal the answer. On night 1, it was actually Zach's girlfriend who hung up first. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking on night 2, Zach must have hung up first. No. Kim did again. I think maybe Kim doesn't care as much anymore. I think maybe she's falling out of love with it, because if she hangs up 2 times in a row, I mean, Zach's over there right now and he looks absolutely heartbroken, even at the suggestion. But 2 times, how can you hang up twice? I think she's gone, Zach. I think she's gone.
She's on the bike.
Now, I said there was 2 big stories from Sweden. One of them being Zach winning a game. The other being the one that's on the screen right now, Craig Brown, the brother of Keegan Brown, in fact. Now, the reason he was a story, one, he got to the quarterfinals, fair play. Good run in a silver ranked event as well, gets him some good ranking points. But the big story is the speed of which he plays. Now, a lot of people talk about Justin Pipe being the slowest dart player that's ever played. No. I can do a video on this if you want, the slowest dart players that's ever played. I've played Justin Pipe 6-7 times. Justin Pipe is not the slowest player. I have played many slower than Justin Pipe. Some of you may not realise. But what we're doing right now, over here, we're taking a look. Now, I can't put it on full screen because the orientation in which I filmed it. I did originally film this for my TikTok channel, which is something I'm doing. Go follow me on there, Matthew Edgar 170. The reason for that is, 1, it's my name, Matthew Edgar, and 2, I beat Gary Anderson with a 170 finish. So that's the reason that's Matthew Edgar 170. It's different content to what you get here on YouTube. And what you'll see here is, I mean, the player's going for a walk around in between shots. He's not even throwing a dart yet. And Craig's a very interesting character because he can actually play darts left and right-handed. He's actually a little bit quicker left-handed than he is right-handed. I believe he said something about he's had some surgeries or something that means that he's a bit slower. But this held up the entire event. So Craig's games was taking around about 50 minutes to complete. So the event was about 2 hours late, and it was quite funny at one point because there was one point going into the quarterfinals that all 7 quarterfinalists had been confirmed, but at that point Craig's game was 1-0. So it did delay the event a little bit, but obviously that's not Craig's fault. It's not Craig's problem. It's not Craig's thing to worry about. It's for everybody else to try and deal with, I guess. But there was a lot of people suggesting maybe there should be a shot clock introduced into darts or various other rules and systems. But yeah, it would have been very, very hard to play. I can certainly vouch for that. And anyone who did play him did very much vouch for that theory. Darts done, but the trip wasn't over. I took Zachary to the gym. That's right. I don't stay out the gym for too many days. It's the morning, we get up early, and we get in the gym before breakfast and before a flight. And to be honest, I think Zach may need it a little bit here. Both things, the breakfast and the gym. Just look at the core strength here. So we've done our session. I said, right, we're going to do some press-ups off the exercise ball to finish off with. We're going to do them as a team, 50 to go. And he couldn't even get into position. So we had another go. He actually had this was about attempt number 3 before I got my phone out. So I've done my set, and what we're going to do, we're doing it as a team. So I'll do some reps. I pass it over to Zach. He jumps on and does some reps. And, well, as you can imagine, there wasn't much teamwork. I don't think he got one press up here. And do you know what? I think this is the perfect way to end the vlog. I don't think there's anything else after this I can do that's going to improve the experience. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.